Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Soul Messenger Tarot 369. I am Brittany and I will be your guide. Okay, so today I'm not gonna do the Sage and Palo Santo and praying over the cards and things because I already did that in the coffee and tarot wisdom daily read. So if you are interested in that, just go check that one out. So anyway, I'm just gonna keep moving forward. We are going to do our 11/11 portal energy read, and I've already been notified by Spirit of a secret hidden 11/11 portal later on this month. So there's some interesting things going on here. I don't know exactly, but let's get the details, shall we? Let's get the deets. Let's see. Spirit, what do we need to know about this 11/11 portal? Okay, so right now, okay, bottom of the deck at the split, right? Justice and readiness, 11 and 44. Okay, so this is justice, okay? It's 11/11. It's justice. There's justice being done here. Things are being balanced out and you're ready, okay? You are ready to receive justice. Or arrangement too. I'm getting that things are being arranged, like alignment, okay? Things are coming into alignment. You are coming into alignment with the universe. The universe is coming into alignment with you to bring you justice in a situation, okay? And I feel like, this could be something that you've manifested, right? Something that maybe you've worked towards for years now, all right? And maybe you've been doing energy work for years, and your moment is finally arriving, okay? I'm getting to, I've been getting this for a while now, the goalposts, right? On a football field, you have the field goal post here and the field goal post here. And they look like, 11, right? 11/11. So it's like, there's like a game, right? And you're reaching the goal, okay? The goal post. You have also the finish line, okay? Like you've been running an energetic marathon, okay? And you're finally reaching the end of that marathon, okay? Like the marathon is over. It's finally over. You are getting justice, okay? Marionette, dictatorship, domination, reluctance, okay? Also number 15, which is the devil in tarot. So you may have been, you may have been, okay, I'm getting handler vibes from this, okay? You may have had handlers, okay? Multiple handlers where the devil wanted to control and manipulate you and was jumping from, person to person. Body jumpers, it happens. Demonic entities, okay? Jumping from one person to the next, hoping that you wouldn't notice, but there were certain repeating patterns, okay, that you may have recognized in these people, in that how they treated you, what their intentions for you were. Certain things, maybe they all called you crazy, right? Maybe they wanted to gaslight you, and you would speak the truth and they would say, oh no, that's not how it happened like this. And when very well that's not the case, they're trying to gaslight you, they're trying to get you to believe in something that's not true, not real, or make you think that what you believe is not true or real when you know it to be fact and true. Right? So this person, they wanted domination over you. Okay? These people, this is another thing that they had in common. They wanted to control you. They wanted to dominate you. They wanted to be in control of you. And that's why I say there's like a devilish thing here, because the devil was working through these people to try and have control and domination over you through these people. Now, I'm getting that you probably loved these people deeply. That's how they would have been able to have any kind of control over you, because you loved them. And they used your ability to love, how deeply you love, how loyal and loving and kind you truly are. They tried to turn it into a weakness when it is in fact a strength, right? But they tried to use it against you to dominate you. So they took your gifts and they tried to use them against you, right? The devil does that. The devil takes that which is good and will try to pervert it. Indulgence, gain, and merit making. Okay, the devil could be addiction. Okay, so overindulgence possibly here, and gain and merit making. But okay, so I'm also getting to that you, throughout this experience, you know, like the devil came for you, and ultimately all it did was you gained. Okay, you gained in goodness, you gained in financially, you know, you gained in wisdom and faith and good things, right? But also was it conclusion, right? And so now this is over. Okay, and now, like, again, it's 11:11. It's the end. It's the goalposts, right? They're not being moved anymore. I feel like along the way, you know, the goalpost kept being moved, right? Because I feel like it's possible that these people were being given an opportunity to turn from the devil, to do right by you, okay, to choose the right side, the right team, right, to turn from their wicked ways, so to speak, and do right by you. And you know, I feel like they kept getting into overtime, right? They were just being given more time, overtime. Because, you know, God doesn't want to have to, you know, to come down hard on people. God wants them to turn from their wicked ways and repent and turn towards them. But, you know, but we have free will. And I'm getting that some of these people were using their free will to oppress you, to dominate you. But God, you know, God is, and always does, work things out in your favor. So whatever the devil tried to do to you, tried to take from you, God is going to give back to you, and also make it for your best and highest good, right? So I'm getting the energy of no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So there were weapons formed. They may have even hurt, but ultimately they will not prosper against you. You, in fact, are the one who's going to prosper for all these things having been done to you. I'm going to take a break while that leaf blower goes by, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's not gone completely, but I think it's far enough away now that it's not going to bother us anymore. But yeah, so that also may be, you know, indicative too. You may have had a lot of interruptions along the way, okay? You may have had a lot of interruptions, okay? Distractions, right? In fact, this person, the marionetted person, right? Or the marionette person, the person who was being marionetted by the devil, who was trying to attempt to, you know, marionette you, you know, for the devil, right? Okay, so this stuff could be, you know, all merely a distraction. Something meant to keep you from your best and highest good. I'm getting here with the indulgence, merit making, and gain, right? That's kind of like your best and highest good. Okay, so I am not too concerned about time or length with this video, and you should not be either. However, if you get impatient like I do, just go click the little wheelie thing in the upper right hand corner of the video. A menu will pull up, and you go to play speed and go to 2 times speed. That will help. That's what I do with just about every video I watch, because I am impatient. Anyway, okay, so anyway, point is, I'm going to be using a lot of different decks that I haven't pulled out in a while. This is one of them. This is one of my double deckers, okay? It's 2 decks combined. 2 oracle decks, okay? This one is Between Worlds, okay? So I feel like you are, or you were, or you always have been, right? Meant to step out of this dark, dingy, dank darkness into the light, right? Maybe that's part of your mission on earth, right? Since you were born, right? It was to come out of the dark and into the light. And I feel like a lot of these people were trying to dominate you to make sure that you never made it to the light. To keep you in the dark, okay? That could also be living under lies and illusions, okay? Right? Again, like I said, if you have been gaslighted by these people, right? You know, it was all meant to keep you in the dark. They didn't want you to live in truth and light and happiness. But it's like, again, on the bottom of the deck, the fates. This is destined for you. Okay, it's like all they could do was delay it. They couldn't stop it because it's your destiny. And as long as you were in alignment with it and you wanted it and you prayed for it and you made the right decisions to lead you towards it, right? You know, you let God lead you, then you were always going to get it. The only way that they could have taken it from you is if you let them, and you never let them because you didn't believe the lies that they were telling you. You know what I mean? I mean, I think the hardest thing for you is that, you know, you loved and trusted these people, right? And they tried to use that as a weakness. They tried to use it against you. And so it may have been very difficult for you, right? Also, too, I'm getting between worlds, to leave them behind, to leave them in the darkness that they chose, right? I feel like, again, the goalpost kept getting moved because I feel like you wanted to give these people another chance, another opportunity. You weren't ready to let them go because you didn't want to have to leave them behind. You didn't want to leave them in the darkness. You wanted to try so hard to lead them to the light. But they couldn't because they're controlled, right? Whether it's by, you know, addiction, overindulgence, right? Or just negative energies and entities. Maybe they weren't willing to let go of the negative people, places, and things in their own lives. And it was holding them back. And therefore, you continuing to hold on to them was holding you back. And you had to eventually just get to the point where you had to make the decision. Are you going to live in darkness or are you going to step into the light? Because the door was open for you. And you just had to be willing to go through it without them. What, anything else? And this is all 1111 portal stuff. Roots of abundance, right? Okay, so I feel like your ancestors, right? Okay, you have this ancestral heritage, inheritance and heritage, yes. You have this ancestral inheritance from your heritage, your lineage, okay? That it's like you had to complete certain tasks along your journey, and you have completed all of them. Maybe the final piece of the puzzle, the final task was leaving behind certain people, places, and things in order for you to obtain this. Also, too, there could have been some kind of family feud. I'm getting maybe bloodline feuds between bloodlines involved here, okay? And we have ears wide open and blessed. So what I'm getting from this is, you know, those who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, you have the eyes to see. Your eyes were wide open, your ears were wide open, and you are being blessed. We have 33 and 22, Master Builder number and Master Mason number. Okay, so you've mastered something here. Oh, look at that on the bottom of the deck, great big love, number 26. You've mastered love. Okay, but that means it does not, like I said, you loved these people enough that you tried to hold the door open for them, but you couldn't make them go through. And eventually you had to realize that you had to love yourself enough to close the door on them in order to open the door for yourself. Okay, anything else? Okay, so we have numbers 3, 2, 33, 22. Okay, so 3 and 2 are very prominent here. We have 3, 3, 3, and 2, 2, 2. Okay, this is choices. This is Trinity. This is God. This is, we have 15. That's the devil. We have 26. Breaks down to an 8. That's eternal. You have eternal love from your ancestors as well. And then we have, if you add a 2 to that, you get 10. That's karmic endings, right? So it's like your ancestors are ending this karmic feud, right? Okay. As well. 47, 64, and 25 as well. Okay, so I'm going to pull from this deck now. This is another one of those decks that you probably haven't seen in a long time. This is one of my original handmade decks. So let's see what Spirit has here for us. Right, all in your head. Okay, like I said, these people were trying to These people were trying to gaslight you. They were trying to get you to think that, right? But you know, okay? These people were trying to gaslight you, getting you to think like, oh, it's all in your head. No, no, no. I'm not really trying to hurt you. That's all in your head. I don't have bad intentions for you. That's all in your head. Why would you think that? I'm your husband. I'm your father. I'm your brother. I'm your sister. I'm your child. I'm your boss. Whatever the case may be. I'm your best friend. That's all in your head, you know. I've known you for 20 something years. I've known you your whole life. I would never hurt you. That's all in your head, but you know. And when you know, you know. You knew at some point it became undeniable to you that these people were intentionally harming you energetically and in the real world. Yeah. Yeah, so can't feel. It's like these people have reached a point where they're numb, okay? They're numb to feelings anymore, because it's like they have made the wrong decision time and time again, and every time they did, they lost a bit of themselves, right? Almost like they sold their soul one piece at a time. And they're at the point where they don't have a soul anymore. Like they can't feel anything. They're just numb. Okay? They've done too much. Yeah. And not in the mood, and go, right? It's like, you're no longer in the mood to deal with these people. You've already, okay, between worlds, you've already stepped into the light. There's no going back. It's like once you see, okay, eyes to hear and eyes to see and ears to hear. Once you see the light, you can't unsee it, right? There's no going back. You see these people clearly. You may have even seen the demon inside of them, right? Okay, and you cannot unsee it. You cannot ignore it. You cannot go back. You cannot pretend like it's not there, or like it's not happening, or like you don't know what you know. All right, what else? Okay, caught a case. Always partying and running. Okay, so you may be dealing with a runner, okay? Someone who runs from their problems. Someone who not only runs from their responsibilities and their problems, but runs towards bad things, right? Things that are not good for them. All right, always partying, right? Overindulgence. And overindulgence on sex, okay, and drinking. All right, so this person could absolutely be an addict, okay? And it's like you've been through hell with this person. You gave them so many chances. Too many chances to try to, come clean, to do better, to be better, to make good choices. But again, it's like every time they made the wrong choice, they sold a bit of their souls to the point that they're just numb. They don't have a soul anymore. They can't feel anything. In fact, I feel like the only thing that actually gives them any kind of feeling at all is messing with you. And they're not going to be able to do that for much longer. All right, tell me more about this 1111 portal, please. What do we need to know? Four of Cups. Okay, contemplation, apathy, reevaluation, feeling unfulfilled, missed opportunity, indifference, discontent, and melancholy. This person misses you. Okay, if they rejected you, they definitely, they definitely have second thoughts about that. Okay. Seven of Cups. Okay, they daydream about you constantly. They may be up in their head about memories of you. Okay, they may be living out an entire scenario in their mind about what could have happened, what could have been if they had made the right decisions and the right choices. And they live in those daydreams, in those memories, in that state of mind, because it could be the only thing that keeps them going. Or maybe even the thought that one day, you might be able to be together again. But it's like, if this person didn't want you when you wanted them, then you're not going to give them the chance to come back, later on when they're finally ready. Because, it's like, you can't stop progression. Okay. You can't stop age, right? But it's like, at some point, this person, you know, they're going to grow up. And when they do, you will be long gone, right? Because this person is like a Peter Pan. They didn't want to grow up. Okay? They wanted to stay young forever. They wanted to be rebellious. They rebelled against you. And they can't come back from that, even though, and it's like, I feel too like the only thing that they're going to have left of you is the memories and the daydreams. Because they had the chance to have you in reality, right? And on the bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups, to celebrate with you. Even if it was just us friends, and they chose instead, was that the Page of Pentacles reverse? They chose lack of progress. They chose to be immature. They chose to allow opportunities to pass by them by making poor decisions. Okay? They chose. They did this on purpose. They made decisions that they knew were not good. Right? Possibly just to hurt you. Okay? Yep, 5 of Cups. Because they wanted you to be in the 5 of Cups. They thought they could control and manipulate you if they could just keep you sad, lonely, feeling left out, not confident. But it's like, but you, you learned, you grew. The moon on the bottom of the deck. You may have used the moon cycles and energetic portals, right? The star, the moon and the stars. You used the universe, okay? The Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Pentacles. It's like you found a way to use the universe and the energies of the universe to your advantage, to take this situation and turn it around and use it for your best and highest good. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, because you have God on your side, because you had the eyes to see, the ears to hear, you listened, and now you're being blessed because you listened to the universe. You opened yourself up to the universe to hear and see what the universe was trying to tell you, to receive the messages and to take action, to listen to the universe and not to the devil and these people and his minions. And you chose to believe in healing and karma and your ancestors. And that even if there was no one in this time and place and world that loved you, that there was somebody somewhere out there that did love you, that does love you, and that was enough for you. You chose to love yourself, and you chose to accept the love, the wisdom, and the guidance from your ancestors who love you too, who wanted to guide you away from these fake love people, these people who didn't really love you, who should have loved you, who may have even pretended to love you, but who did not, who are truly, most likely, incapable of actual love because they're too damaged and too, addicted and refusing to change and grow and step into the light and learn to heal themselves. And you're just not in the mood for it anymore. You see it all clearly. Every time this person tries to play with your head, tries to gaslight you, you see it now. You see it, and you're not in the mood for it. What else? King of Swords. This could be Archangel Michael, okay? This could be a judge. This could be you, right? Taking legal action, okay? This could also just be you standing in the truth. You know the truth, and you will not be swayed. You will not be mind fucked. You will not be manipulated. Okay? And you are making decisions with your head over your heart, which again, you know, it's like you could be a very emotionally driven person, right? But you are stepping into your King of Swords energy and learning to make the decisions that you know are right for you. Based off of what you know to be true, not how you feel. Let's see. I will try this deck. It's another one of my big homemade decks. Okay, it's the Mac Daddy, Big Daddy deck, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's see if there's anything for us here. Do you have anything for us right now from this deck? Forgetting can be a coping mechanism or tool for survival. Remembering can be dangerous, okay? So with the King of Swords too, I'm getting memories, okay? Thoughts, memories. You know what you know, and you cannot forget it, right? You've seen it, and you cannot unsee it. And remembering can be dangerous. Well, these people, it's like, you know, they wanted you to be as miserable as them. And instead, you know, you're moving forward and leaving them behind. And this can be dangerous for them because maybe they are going to be receiving some dangerous karma for what they've done, depending on how bad it is. It could also be that when you started to remember, things got dangerous for you because they were willing to go to great lengths to ensure that you did not wake up, that you did not step into your power, that you did not remember. Like I said, they tried to gaslight you so hard. What else? Oh, good grief. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, I call this one the Tower. And it just fell apart. So the tower has fallen, okay? There may have been a lot of towers, you know, for you along the way. Waking up, you know, awakening. People don't understand just how, you know, how impactful and how deep it goes. Right? Some, you know, you may have had tower after tower after tower after tower, awakening after awakening, because, you know, it could be that people you celebrated with, you know, people that you thought were your friends were actually handlers for the devil, right? And it maybe even got to the point where remembering can be dangerous, where you weren't safe, where there was no place safe for you to go. You had to go into isolation to protect yourself because everyone around you was an enemy, was an agent for the devil, did not have your best and highest good at heart, right? They had negative intentions for you, and you had to let them all go in order to protect yourself. And, you know, it's like every time you turn around, there was another tower falling, another piece of truth revealed about a certain person in your life, until suddenly you had to let everyone go. You turn around and there's no one left. But sometimes that's how it is, because God needs you to have a clean slate, you know. We have the number 7 and tie. So you may have had 7 soul ties that you had to cut, okay? And say no to, right? You had to start saying no. I feel like that's hard for you. I feel like that was really hard for you. And I feel like the moment that you started saying no, that was an eye opener for these people. They didn't like it. And they took it as a red flag. Like, oh no, she never says no. We're losing her. What do we do now? How can we keep her under control? Or him. Put yourself wherever you fit. All right. Okay, What else do we have? No, again. And life. Yeah, these people didn't want you to have a life. They did not want you to have a life outside of them, right? They didn't want you to have your own life. They wanted your life to be all about them, right? They wanted to dominate you. They wanted to dominate your entire existence. Dictatorship. They wanted to have absolute positive control over you. And no life. They may have tried to take your life, okay? With danger here and no life. They may have tried to take your life in some way, shape, or form, right? They didn't want you to have a life without them. They didn't want you to have a life with them unless it was all about them. And then when you tried to leave, they didn't want you to have a life at all. And I'm getting there could be up to 7 people who felt that way about you, who had some kind of soul tie with you that you had to break. Tell me more about the 1111 portal, please. Right? If you know, you know. Winning your case, your judgment in your favor. You may, like I said, you may have had to take these people to spiritual court, but as above, so below. You may have had to take them to actual court as well. And in both cases, you are winning your case, okay? They know they don't have a case. They know that you are going to win. If you have to take it to court, you're going to win. Because you know. And if you know, you know. And you know. You know everything, okay? Spirit revealed everything to you. Like I said, tower after tower after tower. Revelation after revelation after revelation. Truth after revealed truth after revealed truth. One by one, going deeper and deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole of these people and your ties and or relationships to them, which revealed more and more and more of the depths of their depravity and their negative intentions for you. What else do we need to know for this 1111 portal? Decision. I choose well. Okay? Decisions, there's a maze here, right? At every turn, right? There were many decisions made that led to this outcome. I feel like at every turn you reliably made a good decision for yourself, and therefore you made it out of the maze, out of the matrix, if you will. And these people, at every possible turn, they made the wrong decision. The wrong choice. They're stuck in the maze. They're stuck in the matrix. The door is not being opened for them. And reason. Think it over. I feel like you've thought a lot about this. You have thought long and hard, many, many years even, about giving these people chance after chance after chance after chance. And you are finally nearing the end where you are ready to let these people go. No matter how badly it may hurt you, but you realize that you have to do it because it's what's best for you. It is the decision that is best for you. And again, we have the King of Swords. Reason. You are using your logical brain and making the decision that is best for you to love yourself first. That no matter how much you love these people take your love for granted and use it against you. And you don't need people like that in your life. Even if you have to get rid of every person in your life and build brand new with strangers. You know, if that's what Spirit has told you to do, and I feel like it is, then that's what you're doing. And you will be greatly rewarded, both spiritually and in the real world. You are being rewarded by your ancestors for making it through, for listening to them, allowing them to guide you, and breaking curses along the way as well. It's like every revelation was another curse broken. Every time you had a breakthrough, it was a curse broken. And you have broken so many curses. In fact, I want to pull out this deck, okay? And I want to see how many, Spirit, How many curses has this collective broken? How many? How many did they break? 29, which breaks down to an 11. Justice, okay? No less than 29 curses you have broken, okay? Yeah. Anything else from this deck? Anything else from this deck? No. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I am just going to do this last homemade deck. It's a teeny tiny one. Anything else for the 1111 portal? Okay, that's kind of a lot. I don't usually take that many at one time. So, giver, options, okay? I feel like you gave options, right, too, here with this maze, decisions. You gave them choices. You gave them options. You were trying to pave the road for them, right, to the light. And they just wanted to argue with you, fight with you at every turn, right? It's like instead of fighting with you against the world, they fought with the world against you. They were not loyal to you. They were loyal to others. They were loyal to the devil. They were loyal to their addictions. They were loyal to people, places, and things. They weren't loyal to the love that was you, that you were offering to them. You have all the power, okay? You hold the power because you made the good choices, okay? So it's like God has given you power because God knows that you're not going to misuse or abuse it like they did. At some point in time, these people may have had some kind of power over you and they abused it because they did not want you to step into your own power. When a true someone who truly loves you wants to empower you. They want you to be empowered. They want you to grow and become the best possible version of yourself. While these people wanted to hold you back. They wanted to keep you in the dark. They didn't want you to get sunlight. They didn't want you to have water and air to grow. They wanted to keep you small. And, you know, and they have revealed themselves. And God knows it now too, you know. You have something new coming towards you, and it is absolutely unstoppable because you are unstoppable. You are a powerhouse of good decisions, okay? And you, water, it's like, you know, it's almost like you had to cut off your emotions to these people, for these people, because they just did too much. But I am getting that you are going to have something new and emotional, right? That you deserve, right? You're gonna have that reciprocal energy, possibly for the first time in your life. And it may scare you because it's unknown and you might not know what to do with it, or you might be afraid you're gonna fuck it up. But if you continue to listen to your guides, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your intuition, let it lead you, you will continue to head towards your best and highest good, okay? And everything will work out just fine. Anything else? Yeah. I think that's it. Maybe one more deck. I'll just try one more deck. Like I said, I'm not worried about time right now, so let's just pull this deck out and see what we can get. What do we need to know about the 1111 portal right now? Strength, okay. The sun reverse and the Ten of Pentacles reverse. Okay, what I'm getting from this is, you know, the sun will come out tomorrow. Okay, you may endure weeping for the night, but joy cometh in the morning. Okay, this too shall pass. All of these things are coming to mind here, where it's like, just be strong. Okay, be strong, be courageous, be brave, keep doing what you're doing. Don't be afraid. Don't turn around. Don't go back. Okay, and you will overcome. Okay, this time of sadness, this negative energy, okay, that has been coming for you, possibly for lifetimes. Okay, maybe 10. I'm getting 10 lifetimes at least here. Okay, with the ancestors and stuff. This is a curse. Many curses have been broken. Okay, you are a generational curse breaker. You may be a chosen one. And it's here. It shows. It's in the energy, and it is who you are. Everything about you is undeniable. Okay, your strength speaks for itself. Okay, and you were chosen because you have what it takes to overcome everything that has been thrown at you. You will overcome financial lack and instability. You will overcome broken homes and families. You will overcome pain, sorrow, suffering, depression, carelessness. Okay, again, I'm telling you, somebody cares. Somebody somewhere gives a shit. I've got a card in here for that. Somebody somewhere gives a shit, okay? You just haven't found him yet, but it's coming in and it's unstoppable. All right? Anything else? We have the Knight of Swords reverse. Restless, unfocused, burnout, no direction, unpredictable, disregard for consequences. These people... These people had no regard for the consequences of their actions. But I'm getting that they will, right? Don't worry. Their day is coming. Their karma is coming. There will come a day, okay? There is a song. There will come a day. It's a Faith Hill song. Joy will ring out when the angels sing. The joy of his amazing grace, there will come a day. You have earned your spot, okay, as an ancestral powerhouse for your bloodline, okay? You bring balance, okay? You bring balance to the world. With your energy, with your actions, with your courage, with your bravery, with your intelligence, with your heart, and your capacity to love, but also your ability to know when to cut people off from that love and pour it into yourself. I hope this has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I hope, if nothing else, it has entertained you for a few moments in time, and that if you haven't already, you will like, share, and subscribe to the video and or the channel as a whole, because I'd love to have you back. Bye.